What's up everybody? Today I'm bringing you a new video. If you're new to the channel, my name's Derek and this is Fatal RPM. Now today I'm going to show you how to remove the engine cover and also swap out your spark plugs on a turbo BMW or the BMW 335i. Alright, so the one weird thing about this, BMW wanted to be different, I assume, and instead of regular spark plugs, they went with these super skinny 12-point spark plugs for some reason. So you actually have to get a special tool. This is it. It's a 14 millimeter 12-point socket, thin walled because it is extremely tight in there once you get down to that. But you're going to want this and a extension for this as well, so you can actually get the socket down in there. What you're going to want to do is pull this guy forward. Now, depending on how worn your clips are, you may just be able to pull it straight out. If not, you're going to want to grab that flathead again and go in between and just press down while you pull. Mines are worn, so I don't need to do that. All I have to do is pull forward just to pull it and get it out the way. All right, so once you get that off, then it's time to break out the sockets. There's going to be 6 total 8 millimeter bolts that you're going to want to take off. One's here, 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 and then on the mirror side, on the opposite side. This is to remove your cabin filter for your air. Now will be a great time to replace your filter if you haven't in a long time, or since you've owned the car, it hasn't been changed. Now, before you take out the bolts to remove this big plastic piece here, you're going to want to remove these sensors. Now, the one on the passenger side just unclips. The one on the driver's side, you have to actually remove the whole sensor. You're going to want to remove these covers. They cover, I think this one covers some fluids. I'm not sure what the other one covers, but it has one clip here, and then this little rubber pull. You're going to want to pull this out, and then there's another clip on the other side. Pull that one up, comes right off. Now, all that's going to hold these plastic pieces in here are going to be 2 8 millimeter bolts again, one here and one on the opposite side in the same place. Now, before we take this plastic piece out, there's another one of these little holders underneath that we have to, again, pull out. But this one just has 2 like little teeth. If you just take a flathead, push them down, you'll be able to open it right up. But once you get that out, just push the little plastic piece back, and then those 2 little black rubber stoppers are also on here, and then you just pull it right off. Simple as that. So to actually get the engine cover off, you're going to want to use a Allen key. It's going to be a 5 mil size, and there's 3, 2 in the front and 1 all the way in the back that was under that little cover. Once you get that cover off, it's relatively simple. It looks a lot different than other cars do. Now would be a good time to clean out this little catch. If you feel oil, they keep this here so that the oil doesn't actually spill onto the engine. But of course, it does fill up over time, so you want to get that out. Just take a little paper towel and rub it around there. But you're going to use an 8 mil socket here after you disconnect the battery, of course. But once you get the 8 mil socket, you're just going to want to remove these ground wires here. I'm only going cylinder 4 today because I only have 1 spark plug, because the spark plugs are $16 each. These cylinders are numbered from front to rear, so it would be 1 in the front, 6 in the back. So I'm having a misfire on cylinder 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one right here. I can see the ground wires right there, so I'm going to want to remove this ground. Now, once you remove this ground, don't pull the socket straight up, unless you have a magnetic socket, because that nut will fall down into the depths of the engine, and if your engine's warm like mine, you're not going to want to reach down there, and you're going to be kind of just hanging out until the engine cools all the way down. It's really tedious, but once you get it off. And once you get it off, just pull out the little ground. You disconnect the wire here just by pulling up on this little tab. Just push it forward or pull it all the way up and it will push the little plug forward and it's unplugged. Now after you do that, here comes the fun part, actually pulling out the coil pack. Now you're going to want to grab it by the most solid piece, which would be the actual port where the plug goes in. So you're going to pull on that and pull straight out towards you if you're standing where I am. Once you do that, it should loosen up. Got your coil pack out. Now all we need to do is get the extension and the socket, pull out that old one and put the new one in. Now that we have our socket on the end of our extension, I'm using a 3/8 ratchet right here, and my finger's bleeding. That's fun. I'm using a 3/8 ratchet right here. I just want to stick it down in. So all you have to do is just give it a quick push down. It has little metal detents, or at least mine does, has little metal detents. So it's not just going to slide right on. If you have a magnetic one, it will slide right on. But after you do that, all you have to do is break it. Make sure you're going in the right direction, of course. These cars are so expensive to do anything on. You don't want to, that's the last thing you want to do is strip this out or get a spark plug stuck down in your engine. Out with the old and in with the new. All right, so I'm pretty sure there's like some torque setting which you should honestly go by, but I don't have my torque wrench out and I have no idea what that torque setting is. So you just want to get it quick hand tighten, and you're going to want to go about half turn or a quarter turn. Once you get the quarter turn, my socket gets stuck in there. Wiggle your socket out if you have the detents, which I do, so it's not quite as simple. There you go. Now, here's the wire I was talking about. To put this back on, there's a little space in between on each side. You just want to put that there, put the terminal between the space, and start threading on the nut. Get it on there, hand tighten. Switch your ratchet around and just go until it stops. Right there. All right, and it's on there. And just like that, we change our spark plug. As you can see, it was as simple as that. BMW made it a little bit more complicated just by putting on all those extra plastic pieces on top of the last bolt to get the cover off. But all it really did was take a little bit of extra time just to pull those off. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you loved it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you get a notification whenever I drop a new video. I want to thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.